My full name is Robert Mark Douch. We have one farm in Ojai where we've been since 1998, and that is really an urban farm. We are in the city limits, the last property in the city limits, and we're about 1 minute from a giant shopping center, and you would never even know that it was here. Once you're out on the farm, you just feel like you're in some rural area. So that's the best of both worlds for me, because I have children, they're in school in town here. There's a big community of students, parents, friends that are close by. So we get to do our farming in very close proximity to the rest of our life. And then our other farm is in Gobernador Canyon in Carpinteria, which is a little more rural area, but it's 7 minutes from town. And so that we've got a terraced hillside and a couple of big terraces also. So it's flatter in Ojai, and the other farm is in the foothills. And that one we had since 1986.
Farmers market is important to the community, not just because as a food source, but as a meeting point for the community members to see each other and build relationships. So that's half of it. You know, half of it does come around the food, but it's nice to get to know each other. This is an interesting one. Tatsoi, it's a Chinese sort of spinach. I think it's related to mustard, but it's an unusual salad green. Oh, this is fenugreek. This smells like maple syrup. Have you tried that before? It's especially good for nursing mothers, boosts milk production.
Many of them come to the market rather than buying food from distributors who do the best they can, and sometimes they're able to bring in things that the farmers can't grow. But this is the era of California cuisine, which is buying what's local and in season. And so they're part of this whole renaissance of eating that involves purchasing your produce from the locals. And rather than trying to have a fixed menu, you work with what's happening at that season. So the restaurants now, many restaurants come to the market. And you know, it's great for us because we have so many different things that they come maybe needing one thing or 5 things and end up getting a whole cart full.
My name is Justin West, and I'm from Restaurant Julienne. I've only lived here for 5 years, and I think that the local food movement was well underway when I moved here, but we are happy to be a part of it. I feel like it's super important, and I feel like we're really lucky to live here in Santa Barbara, where we're kind of on the forefront for the country. I feel like we definitely have access to some of the nicest produce around. I don't know how I'd run my restaurant without all these farms, that's for sure. This is where the magic starts.
There's definitely a movement happening. It's not just here, it's worldwide. And in a way, like I said, it's a renaissance. It used to exist before refrigeration. That's how people ate. And people had more time to prepare their food. People had more time to grow their own food or to catch their own food. And they were much more involved with the production or with the people that they purchased it from. There was more of a direct relationship. And I don't disrespect the stores or the distributors, but from the consumer's point of view, so many people now are aware that getting it directly from the producer is the way to go. And there is a whole international movement called the Slow Foods movement that really embodies that, incorporates those ideas of using heirloom varieties of not only produce, but of animals as well, and sourcing things directly from the producers. And it just gives you a fuller culinary experience.
Eating local is the way we should be eating. I mean, there's no reason for us to go 500 miles. We don't need anything from Iowa or anything from farther than what we can do here. And so the farmers market here allows us to have a product from, say, 70 miles, 50 miles, from, say, local, Goleta and Oxnard and whatnot. And so we get these extremely fresh products from right down the street. And, we're serving our local customers our local product. And so since we can, and since it's an amazing product, we're happy to do it. And we'll do it always.
Well, it's the meeting place. It probably fulfills roles that community centers or even churches, to a certain extent. I don't want to minimize the presence of religion in people's lives, but it has a similar kind of relationship with the community. It just brings us together, and you see old friends, meet new friends, and everybody shows up.
I come to the market to support local farmers and to know where I'm getting my food from. I love to know that my fruits and veggies are locally grown and organic. I think it's really cool because you can tell how passionate they are about what they do, and they just they're really into whatever they are selling. So I feel good eating it, knowing that these guys put passion and they love what they do.
I'm John Downey. I'm the owner of Downey's Restaurant. I'm the chef of the Downey's Restaurant, and we've been here for 30 years. I knew the farmers market before I knew BD. Before I had this restaurant, I was working in another restaurant. One of my cooks came in and said, "Hey, there's a farmers market, and they have all kinds of fun stuff there on a Saturday morning." So I went over there, and lo and behold, they did have all kinds of fun stuff. Quality of the produce that you can find, the freshness of the produce that you can find.
I love what I do. I feel like I'm the luckiest person in the world, tied for luckiest. A lot of lucky people. And to be able to do what you feel is your calling, I just evolved into this. I was drawn into it. So it must have been what I was meant to do. And it's just it incorporates everything that I look for in life, from family to economy to community to party. It's a party. My workers, they get to meet all the people that I know at the markets, and the chefs come over here to get their produce. So they see the whole world out there. So they're happier than your average field worker. My kids grow up on the farm, they're happy. The people at the markets are happy. It's a celebration. So every day is kind of like a party without the hors d'oeuvres prepared.